Welcome back to the channel that uncovers the hidden gems in your pocket change. Today, we're diving into the legendary United States Jefferson nickel, the 5-cent coin that's been a staple of American currency since 1938. But this isn't just any ordinary coin. Some Jefferson nickels are secretly worth far more than face value. From rare wartime compositions to low-mintage years and unique mint marks, this coin hides real collector value. If you've got old nickels sitting in a jar or tucked away in drawers, you could be holding something truly special. Stay tuned. We're about to explore how this classic 5-cent coin could surprise you with its true worth. First up, the 1982 Jefferson nickel with a Dmint mark. The 1982 D Jefferson nickel is no exception, but what makes this particular coin stand out is its minting location, historical background, and subtle features that can impact its collectability. The Dmint mark on the 1982 D Jefferson nickel signifies that it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the main mints responsible for U.S. coin production. In 1982, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of these nickels, but not all were struck equally. Differences in strike quality, die wear, and minting errors can make a huge difference in the value and desirability of this coin. A regular worn 1982 D nickel might seem ordinary, but finding one in excellent condition with full details can make it a highlight of any collection. One of the most critical aspects collectors look for in Jefferson nickels is the condition of the steps on Monticello. Known as full steps, these fine details can be difficult to preserve during the minting process, especially on coins that went into heavy circulation. If you come across a 1982 D Jefferson nickel with clear, uninterrupted steps on Monticello, that coin could be significantly more valuable. These are called full steps nickels, and while they are harder to find, they're highly desirable among collectors. The composition of the 1982 D Jefferson nickel is 75% copper and 25% nickel, the same standard composition used for nickels since 1946, following the wartime silver nickels from 1942 to 1945. It weighs 5 grams and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter. Although the metal content hasn't changed, it's not the material that gives this coin its real value. It's the minting quality, the condition, and potential die varieties or errors that make it special. The year 1982 is notable in U.S. coinage history for several reasons. While the composition of the Jefferson nickel didn't change in 1982, the Lincoln cent did undergo a major shift, switching from mostly copper to a copper-plated zinc composition. This marked a time of transition in U.S. coinage, with increased attention on production costs and efficiency. Although the Jefferson nickel remained consistent in material, the 1982 coins, including the 1982 D version, were struck under the economic pressures of rising metal prices and changing minting standards. This historical context adds depth to the value of these coins, making them more than just everyday currency. Another thing to consider with the 1982 D Jefferson nickel is that it has become increasingly difficult to find in higher grades. Many circulated heavily, showing signs of wear and dullness. However, coins that were either stored away early or preserved in uncirculated condition can command strong interest from collectors today. Coins with bright luster, minimal contact marks, and strong strike quality are considered premium examples. Even a circulated coin with sharp details and a clean surface can be worth more than you might expect. While no major double dies or rare errors have been officially recorded for the 1982 D Jefferson nickel, that doesn't mean they don't exist. Collectors often search for minor varieties or minting anomalies such as die cracks, cuds, planchet flaws, off-center strikes, or rotated dies. These types of errors, especially when documented and confirmed, can turn an ordinary coin into a standout piece. If you come across a 1982 D nickel that looks unusual in any way, it's worth a closer look under magnification and good lighting. Let's not forget about the role of the mint mark itself. On the 1982 D Jefferson nickel, the D is located to the right of Jefferson's bust on the obverse. The clarity, placement, and shape of the mint mark can sometimes vary slightly due to die, wear, or repunching. Although these differences are minor, certain variations have become collectible in their own right. Some coin experts and collectors focus specifically on repunched mint marks or weak strikes, making this another reason to inspect each 1982 D nickel closely. Because the Denver Mint produced a large number of 1982 D Jefferson nickels, finding one isn't too difficult. However, finding one in high mint state condition with full steps, strong eye appeal, or possible errors is where the real challenge and potential value lies. Many coin roll hunters still search through bank rolls of nickels, hoping to come across that one sharp 1982 D example. It's also commonly found in old collections or changed jars, but very few examples survive in pristine condition today. In terms of design details, take time to appreciate the artistry. On the obverse, Jefferson's face features well-defined lines, and his hair and coat should show sharp detail in a high-grade example. The inscription, "In God We Trust," curves along the left rim, and Liberty, and the year 1982 appear to the right. On the reverse, Monticello should have clear architectural lines, a well-struck dome, and sharp pillars. The inscriptions E Pluribus Unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America should all be crisp and well-centered. The real beauty of the 1982 D Jefferson nickel is that it's still accessible. You don't need to spend a fortune to find one, and chances are you may already have one in your possession. But knowing what to look for, condition, mint mark clarity, strike quality, and possible varieties, can turn a common coin into a valuable piece of history. Many collectors choose to set aside 1982 D nickels that show above-average detail or luster, storing them properly in coin flips or albums to protect them from wear. In the broader scope of Jefferson nickel collecting, the 1982 D is a perfect example of a coin that bridges past and present. It's part of a long-running series that tells the story of American history, economic change, and coin production. The Jefferson Nickel series continues to be one of the most widely collected and studied in U.S. numismatics, and the 1982 D issue plays a key role in that timeline. Its age, availability, and subtle features make it both beginner-friendly and appealing to advanced collectors. If you're serious about coin collecting, or even just starting out, don't overlook the 1982 D Jefferson nickel. It's more than just 5 cents. It's a small piece of American history that carries stories from the mint floor to your pocket. And who knows? That unassuming coin in your change pile could be the start of a fascinating numismatic journey, or even the key to unlocking something truly special. Next up, the 1989 Jefferson nickel with a mint mark P. The 1989 P Jefferson nickel, minted at the Philadelphia Mint, continues this long tradition. The P mint mark is located to the right of Jefferson's bust, serving as a clear identifier for coins struck in Philadelphia. Now, 1989 may not seem like a particularly historic year at first glance, but for coin collectors, it represents a period of transition in minting practices, quality control, and overall coin production. Even though millions of these nickels were struck, the real value lies in the small details. Details that can easily go unnoticed if you're not paying close attention. That's why it's important to take a deeper look at this specific coin, as you might be surprised by how many factors contribute to its desirability among collectors. Let's talk about composition. Like most Jefferson nickels minted since 1946, the 1989 P nickel is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighing 5 grams and measuring 21.2 millimeters in diameter. But despite its standard composition, this coin's collector appeal doesn't come from the metal it contains. It comes from its condition, strike quality, rarity of specific characteristics, and potential mint errors or anomalies. One of the most important features that collectors search for in Jefferson nickels, especially from the 1980s, is full steps on Monticello. Full steps refer to the staircase detail at the base of Monticello on the reverse side. A nickel with clearly defined and uninterrupted steps indicates a strong, sharp strike. These are harder to find, especially from the Philadelphia Mint in 1989, which was known for producing coins with soft or weak strikes during this time. That makes a 1989 P full steps Jefferson nickel a true standout and a piece worth holding on to. Condition plays a massive role in the value of any coin. The vast majority of 1989 P Jefferson nickels entered circulation and have experienced decades of wear, loss of luster, and contact marks. That's why finding a coin from this year in mint state or uncirculated condition, particularly with full steps, is considered a win for collectors. Coins with original shine, strong details, and minimal blemishes are always in higher demand, especially as time passes and fewer pristine examples remain. But that's not all. The 1989 P Jefferson nickel is also a popular target for error coin hunters. While no widely known major errors are officially recognized for this date, Minor errors like die cracks, cuds, misaligned dies, off-center strikes, planchet flaws, or even repunched mint marks can exist. These error coins are highly collectible due to their uniqueness and often draw significant attention in the coin community. So, if you find a 1989 P nickel that looks even slightly unusual, don't dismiss it. You may have discovered a rare minting error. Even though the mintage numbers for the 1989 P nickel were high, in the hundreds of millions, the number of coins in top condition is low. That's what makes roll hunting or checking your change so rewarding. Most examples you'll find today will show where nicks or dull surfaces. However, once in a while, you might find a coin that was pulled from circulation early, tucked away, or preserved unintentionally, a near-perfect example just waiting to be recognized. When inspecting the 1989 P. Jefferson Nickel, examine the obverse for clarity in Jefferson's hair, eye, cheekbone, and jawline. Sharp details here usually indicate a well-struck coin. On the reverse, pay close attention to the Monticello building, especially the dome, windows, and steps. A strong, centered strike on this side can make the coin stand out immediately. And don't forget to look at the mint mark. A clean and sharply defined P is another good sign of a higher quality piece. This coin's appeal is also boosted by its historical context. The late 1980s were a time of modernization and change within the U.S. Mint. New technologies were being tested, die life was extended to reduce costs, and adjustments were being made to improve production speed. As a result, some coins from this period suffer in terms of sharpness and overall quality, making it all the more satisfying when a collector finds a coin that defies the odds and stands out with exceptional detail and finish. For beginner collectors, the 1989 P. Jefferson Nickel is a perfect entry point. It's still affordable and accessible, yet it offers so much to learn from: design details, mint marks, strike quality, and the thrill of the hunt for that one superior example. And for experienced collectors, this coin remains an important part of completing any Jefferson Nickel year-in mint set. It also offers an opportunity to search for full steps varieties and minor errors, which can add value and rarity to a standard collection. Another great thing about this coin is its availability. It's not too late to find the 1989 P in rolls of nickels in pocket change or in coin jars. But the window is closing. Every year, more of these coins are pulled from circulation, damaged, or lost. Finding one now, especially in great condition, can be a smart move for anyone interested in long-term collecting or even future resale. Proper storage and care are also essential. If you come across a nice example of the 1989 P. Jefferson Nickel, don't just toss it back into circulation. Protect it using a 2x2 cardboard flip, coin capsule, or album page. Keep it away from humidity, handling, and direct sunlight. Over time, a well-preserved coin can maintain its luster and remain in top condition, adding value and appeal to your growing collection. As we wrap up this in-depth exploration of the 1989 P. Jefferson Nickel 5 cents, remember that coin collecting isn't always about finding the rarest coin in existence. Sometimes it's about identifying the hidden gems, the coins that most people overlook. With the right eye for detail, the right knowledge, and a bit of patience, a coin like the 1989 P can surprise you. It's a classic example of how everyday currency can become a meaningful piece of numismatic history. Now, we'll explore the 2001 D. Jefferson Nickel. This specific coin was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the Dmint mark found on the obverse, to the right of Jefferson's portrait. The 2001 D issue had a high mintage. More than 563 million coins were struck. But don't let the high mintage fool you. Not all of these coins are created equal. The truth is, finding a 2001 D. Jefferson Nickel in excellent condition, with clean surfaces, strong detail, and exceptional strike quality, is a lot harder than it might seem. That's where the real collector value lies. One key factor that increases the desirability of this coin is its condition. While most examples were heavily circulated, a small number have survived in uncirculated or near uncirculated condition. These well-preserved coins, especially those with original luster and minimal contact marks, are often saved by collectors. The better the condition, the more attention the coin tends to attract. While we won't talk about exact prices, it's important to know that the right 2001 D nickel can be surprisingly valuable. Another major point of interest is the full steps designation. On the reverse side of the Jefferson Nickel, you'll notice Monticello, Jefferson's iconic Virginia home. At the base of the building are 6 steps. When all steps are fully visible and clearly struck, the coin may qualify as a full steps variety. Coins with this detail are considered far more desirable by collectors because they reflect an exceptional strike from the mint. Finding a 2001 D Jefferson nickel with full steps is not very common, and that increases its appeal and its potential market value among collectors. Beyond the condition and strike, there's always the chance of finding rare mint errors or die varieties. Some 2001 D Jefferson nickels have shown unusual features such as die cracks, cuds, planchet flaws, weak strikes, and even off-center minting. These types of anomalies are always in high demand within the coin community because they are rare and often one of a kind. If you take the time to examine your coin under good lighting and magnification, you just might spot something others have missed. Even small errors can significantly elevate the coin's desirability. That's part of what makes coin collecting so rewarding. What appears to be a regular 5-cent coin could turn out to be a hidden gem with unique features, making it far more valuable than its face value. The 2001 D Jefferson nickel is a perfect example of this. It blends high mintage with the possibility of low survival in top condition and the occasional minting error that brings the coin into the spotlight for collectors. From a design perspective, the 2001 D Jefferson nickel still carries the traditional aesthetic that collectors appreciate. On the obverse, Jefferson's image is flanked by the motto, "In God We Trust," on the left and "Liberty," with the year 2001 on the right. The mint mark D is neatly positioned to the right of the portrait. On the reverse, Monticello appears with its iconic dome and pillars, accompanied by inscriptions like E Pluribus Unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. It's worth noting that this was one of the last years before major changes occurred in the design of the Jefferson nickel. In 2004, the U.S. Mint launched the Westward Journey Nickel series, commemorating the Lewis and Clark expedition. As a result, the 2001 D Jefferson nickel represents one of the final traditional issues, and many collectors see it as part of the closing chapter of a coinage era. That historical importance adds another layer to its collectability and perceived value. If you're into coin roll hunting, the 2001 D is still a viable coin to find, but high-quality specimens are much harder to come by now than they were 20 years ago. Most of the circulated examples today show signs of wear, fading details, and overall surface damage. That's why it's a good idea to keep any 2001 D nickels that look unusually sharp, clean, and well-struck, especially if they show full steps or potential mint errors. These coins may hold significant hidden value that will only grow over time. Another tip for collectors: proper storage is key. If you come across a high-grade 2001 D Jefferson nickel, don't let it get damaged or tarnished. Use archival quality flips, capsules, or coin albums to keep it protected from moisture, dust, and scratches. Even slight damage can impact a coin's condition, and over time, coins stored correctly retain both their beauty and potential market appeal. The 2001 D Jefferson nickel is also a solid pick if you're building a complete Jefferson nickel collection by date and mint mark. It may not be the rarest in terms of mintage, but it plays a key role in the series timeline and offers real challenge when it comes to finding superior examples. Whether you're a casual collector or building a registry-quality set, this coin is one you'll want to keep an eye on. And here's the exciting part: this coin may already be in your possession. It could be sitting in your change jar, hiding in an old drawer, or mixed into a roll of nickels from the bank. All it takes is a few moments to inspect it carefully. You could be holding a valuable coin and not even know it. That's what makes numismatics such a thrilling hobby. Ordinary coins become treasures when you understand what to look for. Thanks for joining me in this deep dive into the 2001 D Jefferson nickel 5 cents from the United States. I hope this video inspires you to take a second look at the nickels you come across. Remember, it's not always about finding the rarest coin. Sometimes it's about recognizing the hidden potential in coins most people overlook. And the 2001 D nickel is exactly that kind of coin. A quiet standout that could surprise you with its collector value. If you found this video helpful and informative, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment if you found any of these Jefferson nickel coins, or if you're on the hunt for that perfect full steps variety. Tap the bell icon so you never miss another video on US coins, rare finds, and valuable pieces you might already own. Every coin has a story, And today, that story was these Jefferson nickel coins.